Alison Hammond is said to have been scared of the dogs she came into contact with during an interview for This Morning and requested the segment to be outside. The presenter interviewed Claire-Louise Nixon, who runs the Wheels to Paws charity, for the show 4 years before landing her new job on ITV's For the Love of Dogs. Reflecting on her time with the presenter, the dog rescuer said she was shocked to learn that Alison was scared of dogs and asked her why she agreed to do the interview. The This Morning presenter traveled to Claire's home in Milton Keynes to get an insight into her life as the rescuer of 27 disabled dogs. During the chat, Claire's terrier, named after Ryland Clark, was sat on her lap while the other poochers surrounded them. Later on in the interview, Alison began to pet one of the dogs named Elvis Presley, who grabbed her attention. As she stroked him on camera, the presenter said, "This one loves me," and went on to ask for more information about him and his furry friends. "He has taken a bit of a shine to me," she added. Speaking to The Sun, Claire said she asked Alison why she was doing the interview if she was scared of dogs, to which she reportedly replied, "I've got to pay my mortgage." In response to the dog rescuer's claims, however, a spokesperson for ITV has told Express.co.uk, the decision to film outside was made by the production team entirely independently of Alison, purely on the basis that it was a more appropriate fit for the item and the show, and any suggestion otherwise is inaccurate. Fast forward the years and Alison became the new host of For the Love of Dogs earlier this year, following Paul O'Grady's unexpected death aged 67 in March 2023. The veteran host fronted the show, filmed at Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, for 11 series which won several awards. By her own admission, Alison has said she knows she will never be able to replace Paul, but was excited for the role. She has also since defended herself against critics who questioned why she was given the job, despite not having her own dog like Paul, who rescued 3. Speaking to the publication, she shared, "I was actually surprised with how much backlash I got for doing the show. I could understand in the sense that Paul was so loved and people were saying, how can she do Love of Dogs when she doesn't have a dog? How does she love dogs when she doesn't have a dog? It's like saying, how can you love children when you haven't got kids?" Alison said the argument was flawed and encouraged those speaking negatively against her not to watch the show. Amongst the backlash, many more have been happy to see the presenter fronting the program. After her debut, one wrote on the platform X, "For the love of dogs, Alison Hammond is doing great. Give her a chance for God's sake. No one could fill the wonderful Paul O'Grady's boots, but someone has to continue his passion. I think he'd approve." A second commented, "I feel like the people tweeting are watching a different show to me. I think Alison Hammond is doing a great job. No, she's never going to be Paul O'Grady, but she's not trying to be. He would want the show to continue. For the love of dogs." A third typed, "Well done Alison, you were amazing, and I think Paul would have been so happy that you have taken over the mantle from him in a brilliant and humble way." For the Love of Dogs continues next Tuesday at 8 p.m. on ITV and ITVX.